Hello, fifth graders. This is Mrs. Crosland. I am going to give you an opportunity to have a little bit more practice on Unit 1, Lesson 9, adding and subtracting mixed numbers. Please join me on page 27. I'm going to start with number 3, and I think you're going to want to make sure that you have a pencil and paper, a multiplication chart, or there's one in your planner if you want to use that one, and a good pencil with a good eraser. Some of you can fit your work right onto this page. Some of you are going to probably want to do it on a separate piece of paper. All right, here we go. We're going to do number 3 right here. So we've got 7 1/8 minus 5 twelfths. And guess what? We don't have a common denominator. So what you're going to do is ask yourself, does 8 go into 12? No, it does not. So we've got to go through our 12s, or you could list all of your 8s, list all your 12s, and find one that's small that they both share. Or go through your 12s. 12 times 1 is 12. That won't work. 12 times 2 is 24. There we go. 8 goes into 24. I would like for you to make those equivalent fractions and then pause it and then come back with an answer at the bottom. All right, I ended up recopying my problem so that it was a little bit bigger, and hopefully you can follow what I did over here. And I stopped once I had the equivalent fractions because I think this is the part that needs a little bit of review. So many of you want to just do 10 minus 3 and get the answer 7, but it's not 10 minus 3, it's really 3 minus 10. And you can't do 3 minus 10. So you know what that looks like when you are subtracting without fractions. You have to borrow or regroup or rename. Okay, so I'm going to borrow from this 7, and my marker is going to be a little bit fat here. So 7 becomes a 6. Okay, we're borrowing 1 whole, and we're going to write that 1 whole in 24ths. Why 24? Because that's our denominator over here. So it's not borrowing 10, we're borrowing 1 whole. If we were borrowing 10, then this would be 13, but it's not 10. We're borrowing 1 whole, and 1 whole in 24 is 24 24ths. So like if you have a pan of brownies and you cut it into 24 pieces and you eat the whole thing, you've eaten 24 out of the 24. Add those two together, you get 27 24ths, and now we can subtract. 27 minus 10, so easy. 17. 6 minus 4, 2. Notice that the denominator stays the same. Now drop down to number 6, right below that one we just did. And again, I wrote mine a little bit big because I just find if I write my numbers bigger and space everything out, I'm more likely to get it right. If you have really teeny tiny handwriting and you can fit it in your spot, go for it. The rest of us are going to need a big piece of paper. All right, so a lot of you, when you do this problem, you want to say the answer is 2 and 7/11ths. Well, let's check and see if that works. If that's really right, then I should be able to add 2 and 7/11ths and 1 and 7/11ths, and I should wind up with 3. You remember how that works. So I do this, I get 14/11ths, 3 and 14/11ths. This is improper. That's really 1 and 3/11ths. So it's 4 and 3/11ths. And that is totally not what we started with. So we did it wrong. You can't just drop that 7/11ths down. What you've got to do is you've got to pretend that there's a fraction right next to that 3. So I pretend it's really 0/11ths. 0 because there's really nothing there, and 11 because that's our denominator down below. Now if you look at it, you can see, oh yeah, I really can't do that, drop that 7 down. It's really 0 minus 7. So if you can't do it, you know what that means. You've got to borrow. Sorry about that. So we're going to ungroup here. This becomes 2. This is 1 whole. We're going to rename that 1 whole in 11ths. If your pizza's cut into 11 pieces and you eat the whole thing, you've eaten 11 out of the 11 pieces. Altogether, this adds up to 11. 11 minus 7, 4. 2 minus 1, 1. 1 and 4/11ths. All right, Get yourself another piece of paper. I'm going to set you up a problem very similar to this. All right, copy this problem down on your piece of paper and go ahead and solve it. All right, take a look at this one. See if you got the same answer as me. So you can check my work, compare my work with your work, and see how you did. All right, let's try another adding problem. Get your paper ready. All right, here we go. 21 2/3 plus 7 3/8. Once again, our denominators are different, so we've got to make equivalent fractions. I'm going to give you a hint. I'm going to tell you that the common denominator is 24. Now you go across, make your equivalent fractions, and add it all up. Here's a hint. Put your answer in its simplest form. Don't be improper in math class. Ready, set, go. If your answer was 28 25 24ths, I hate to tell you, but you are incorrect. Okay, you're partly there. You're partly there. So everything up to this point is okay, except for 25 is bigger than 24, and that's an improper fraction. That was my hint. You don't want to be improper in math class. Remember, you can take a group of 24 out of that 25, and that one whole would go over here to that 28 and make it 29. And then what's left? Well, really, you can just subtract 25 minus 24, and you get 1. So the final correct answer, 29 1/24. Bam, boom. Got it. All right, we're going to try one more subtracting problem with a little bit of regrouping, because I think that's just a little bit harder than the adding with regrouping, and then we'll see how you do. All right, I've turned the page. I want you to turn the page. I thought maybe a word problem that's subtracting might be a little bit fun. So we're going to do number 10. Dora the elephant used to eat 2 3/4 tons of food each month. Now she's on a diet and eats only 1 7/8 tons. How many tons was Dora's food decreased each month? Decreased is a really key word. If something decreases, it goes down. If the temperature decreases, it goes down. If her weight decreases, it goes down. Poor Dora, the amount of food that she gets is decreasing or going down. So set it up, put the bigger number on top and the smaller number underneath there. You know this one's bigger because it's a 2. 2 is bigger than 1. Find your common denominator and go ahead and solve it. All right, you had to do a little bit of regrouping there, didn't you? Because you couldn't do 6 minus 7. So you had to borrow one whole. One whole is not 10/8. It's going to be 8/8, right? Add the 6 and 8 together, you get 14. 14 minus 7 is 7. 7/8. 1 minus 1 is 0. I guess you could put the 0 there if you wanted to. So how many tons was her food decreased by each month? 7/8 tons. All right, I think you're ready to work on your homework. Good luck. Contact your teacher if you need help.